All right, welcome back to Lockdown Sports. My name's Param. What's your name?
My name's Jono.
Okay. I haven't seen you here in a while. Can you explain that?
It's been a few months.
Okay.
You know, life happens.
Okay.
You go through different seasons. You go through winter and the snow.
Okay.
Summer, enjoy the sun.
Okay.
Just enjoying life.
All right. Well, you do that. We're going to today, John.
Yeah.
Review. I keep mixing these words up.
Yep.
Real Madrid versus Man City.
The
Blockbuster tie so far of the Champions League.
Yep.
And it turned out to be something that we did not expect. Maybe we did for this season, but it went against the norm.
Yeah.
It went against the norm of what we've expected from Man City. Real Madrid win over the two legs.
Yep.
3-2 in the first leg, 3-1 in the second. Domination.
Yeah.
Domination.
It's even difficult to say today was a 3-1. It was more so a 3-0. Even more, to be honest.
The first game as well, probably enough chances for 5 or 6.
Yeah,
even.
true.
So we'll get into it. I want to break down the game, the ramifications, if you will, the legacies.
Yep.
How does this affect LeBron James? We'll do all of that. But first, the mental health check. You haven't gotten to do one of these yet. You haven't.
It's interesting you started caring about mental health.
Because
that really wasn't on your agenda
You
before.
remember last year's motto,
really
suffer in silence.
Yeah, that is true.
Suffer in silence. But this year, revamped, reformed.
New year, new Param.
New year, new me. That's what I'm trying to say.
All right. I like it.
All right, so I want your mood explained in a moment of a footballer's career. Please, sir.
My mood?
Mm.
I was thinking more so how I'm feeling or how others are feeling towards me, you know?
That is your... Okay, all right, go.
That's fine, man. That's
Okay.
fine. You know, let me talk. Let me talk.
Okay.
Let me talk.
Okay.
You know, my boy this morning dropped a hat trick.
Your boy!
My boy. You know, he's disappeared a bit lately.
Okay.
Being on the fringes, people have been talking about him. Talking about his disappearances, you know? And then when needed the most.
When needed the most.
On the big stage, he shows up.
On the
That's
biggest
how
of
I'm
stages.
feeling.
Okay.
That's how I'm feeling
Okay,
today.
you're back.
That's how
You're
feeling.
back.
Back better than ever, baby.
Better than ever. All right. I like what I'm hearing.
All right.
Are you going to ask me how I feel?
I mean, not really.
No? Oh, okay. Okay. Because men's mental health matters unless it's me, right?
See, I haven't seen the suffer in silence turnaround, so I'm going to keep it going that way. Because I feel like this is a bit of a fake persona you got going on.
Okay. I see you. I feel over the past months, people have realized how easy it is to trigger me.
Okay.
And people have known that for years, but it's come out even more in the light.
Are we dropping names?
No, we're not dropping names. That's too far.
Nice.
And I felt also that if I'm part of a team that plays sport on the weekend,
What kind?
it doesn't matter what the sport,
Okay.
we are not going to have a great outcome. Okay? And my vibe to right now is
quite negative.
Yannick Carrasco, when he left Atletico Madrid for China. I know I'm going to come back. I love the boys, but I simply can't sit here losing Champions League finals.
Okay.
I simply can't sit here rotting with you guys all this time. So I'm going to take some time away, maybe a couple days.
Oh, days.
Hey.
Seasons. All right.
Hey. I also realized there is that itch. Soccer season starts next month.
Yeah.
I better see you cutting weight.
Cutting weight.
Cutting weight for this season.
To be fair, no, that hurts because I have been putting on some weight.
That's what I thought.
Damn, bro.
That's what I thought.
Damn,
All right. Focus. The people have paid for Real Madrid versus Man City. Let's give the people the show that they want.
Yeah.
Where does this start for you?
Where does it start? I think it's the dynamic trio up front
Okay.
with Mbappe, Rodrigo, and not Bellingham, Vinny. You know,
Yes.
you can forget him at times.
Oh, can
forget him
you?
at
Can
times.
you?
And he's not a Ballon d'Or winner. Neither of them are. Neither of those three are actually.
Okay.
But like you guys discussed, they're so dynamic. And early on in the season, when Mbappe first came, there was a lot of issues. And it seems like they're slowly starting to figure it out. And look, it's going to be potent. And we saw that today, especially with how effective they are with time and going out wide as well. You know, they don't have a target man. And going out wide is probably not the best thing. But when they play fast, going out wide, they're so difficult to stop. They can play at different paces. And with those three up front, they're so dynamic, so hard to stop. And that's what we saw.
And we finally saw Man City defend all that space. And it's so hard. It's so hard for them to defend all that space. They need to win that ball back straight away.
Yep.
And if they don't, you get moments like today. Mbappe's just chilling on the ball for a bit. Mbappe's just chilling on the ball. Bellingham's just chilling on the ball. There's always an out ball.
There is.
You never thought that with Man City. This was one of the most suffocating presses. Liverpool got all the glory when it came to pressing, but City were just as effective over the past few years. And you saw Madrid just effortlessly play out.
Yeah.
And everyone says they don't have a plan, let the players cook, let the ballers ball, whatever. It's true. Working. It's working because when they're in tight spaces, they're not thinking, oh, if X is here, I've got to pass to Y. They're just thinking, let me evade the pressure and pass to the open man.
That's exactly what it is.
It's as simple, as beautiful as football can be. And it got me thinking, I think Frankie chose the wrong side of Spain, bro. Because I look at Frankie, maybe he does have athleticism. Maybe he's not a dual monster the way Tchouaméni, Camavinga are.
But at the time, it was the perfect move for him.
It was, but I sort of look at him and it's like, you've got all these guys just evading the press. You might honestly slot into centre back or full back for a Real Madrid team. And you see that as well. Fede Valverde. I'll do it. Devin Booker energy, okay? 3-D at its finest. Yeah. We won't have too many more basketball references. Yeah. But he does it. He does it. He does it. Okay. My first question to you. You described him to start the video as your boy. I'm going to pass the paper over to you.
We're not doing this again.
First dot point.
It's going to say, do you want to apologize?
No.
What will it take for you to apologize to Kylian Mbappe
Lotin, Ninja Turtle himself. What's it going to take, John? Because in his worst season, I've got the numbers here, he scored 27 in 37. And as I remind you, this is his worst season. This is as bad as it gets. Yeah. But he's still scoring. He's still a chance magnet. And he's reinstalled the packages, John. He's reinstalled the goal package and the dribbling package, which we all know and love. In the box, you can't defend this guy. You simply have to stop him from getting the ball. Yeah.
I mean, it makes it easier when you got Vinny and Rodrigo there. But
again, no, you keep switching up on me. Which one is it? Is he world class or not?
No, he's world class. He is world class.
Okay.
He's not a striker. He's a footballer, and no, that's a good thing.
Okay.
Because on the way here, I was thinking about Haaland and him. Haaland is a striker. He's not a footballer. Mbappe is a footballer.
I hate when we do this.
Why?
Because to me, a footballer is anyone that's on the pitch. There's a million ways to play this game.
Yeah, but like he can play anywhere in the front half of the field, pretty much, or the front third of the field. Yeah. Like
he's a dynamic attacker. Yeah, he's dynamic. He's dynamic.
Baller.
Okay.
Baller.
Okay.
So I want to apologize. What will it take for me to apologize? Is this right now or down the track? Because
whatever you need, bro. Whatever you need, because Mbappe's sitting there sleepless at night because you don't give him validation.
3 in the next 6 years.
3 what?
What do you think?
Ballon d'Ors, Champions League?
Champions Leagues.
It's hard enough to get a league title these days,
and
man.
2 Ballon d'Ors. 6 years. He got time. Time.
I just like to put it out that this man was 1 kick away from 2 World Cups in a row.
But he wasn't.
Okay?
Because the real good
1 kick away. All right. I've got a couple questions for you. Obviously, we've gone through the Kylian Mbappe situation, but I sort of looked at this Man City side. They are not pressing like they used to. And I want to get your thoughts on that, but very quickly. I looked at this game and I thought, wow, Mbappe's so quick. They've got all this dynamism up front, down the middle. I'm looking at Ruben Diaz. I like him, but John Stones next to him, I don't love anymore. If you're not going to control games, I think the value of John Stones is next to none. Yeah. And I know Pep Guardiola, he loves these passing technical centre-backs. Eric Garcia won a league title at Man City. Okay, he'll do anything, whatever it takes. But I'm sort of looking at Gvardiol, the left back, left winger. Do you think he can do it? Do you think he can do it?
I don't think he could now. You'd have to maybe do a preseason with it. But I think he's so programmed now with attacking sense.
I know.
He's so programmed like that.
He's
the tendencies are going to be there to attack or get out of position. You lose their focus if you're not playing centre back. Centre back, you would be locked in your positioning at all times. As left back, left wing, like you said. Yeah. You can wander around and find your own spaces. You can't do that as a centre back.
And I guess at fullback, you're still getting the Kyle Walker experience where he can shut down a winger. Yeah. I just feel like, obviously, they were missing a good Kyle Walker. Now he's at AC Milan. He's not as good of a footballer, but I'm just thinking this team, this back line needs its athletes. It needs its Akanjis, Akes that have,
It does,
you know,
yeah.
they've sort of been in and around, but now maybe they're injured, they're out of the lineup. I'm looking at that sort of profile to be the next guy, and they signed, for lack of better words, Khabib's cousin, who had a horrific debut against Chelsea, and we'll see how he goes.
Yeah, and I think a lot of those issues are exacerbated by Rodri's absence. I think he covered a lot of that.
Okay. Yes.
What?
No. I had something to say, but continue.
Oh,
on.
okay.
Continue on.
And then like we said with the press before, De Bruyne has been in and out of the lineup for the last couple of years now with injuries.
He's a shell.
He's become a shell of
He's a
himself as a
shell.
player as well. And then Rodri being out today, not today, this whole season. So much of City's press came off the back of them controlling games with their possession. And then when teams did finally get the ball, they try to rush it. And they realize they lost the ball, so like, let's try keep it and build up. And when they press, they can press with so much intensity up high because they're not even moving the ball. And that's why it made them so deadly. Now with no Rodri, no De Bruyne, the attack is not as fluent. It's not as...
You're looking
It's
at
not
guys like
deadly.
Kovacic, Nunez, like it's...
Yeah, but then you got like... Oh, Savinia's done it a bit better, but when you see Grealish there, he's just standing there on the wing. He's not using his package like he used to at Villa. Like, there's no threat anymore. And with no control in the game, they can easily work out against City, like we saw today against Madrid. Their first goal for Mbappe. From the centre-back, one long ball over the top.
That's some 2016
those
shit.
centre-backs are looking clueless.
I don't think Mbappe's scored a goal like that in
Probably
a while.
not.
In a while.
Probably not.
Obviously, at Monaco, I remember him like running in behind like that. And
Yeah.
Teams not fearing him, but
Like-
this version of Mbappe, you can't let him run like that.
Yeah, and like it's not the same, but it made me think of that goal that PSG scored a few years ago off kickoff.
Ooh.
Like, not the same, but, like,
It's-
same kind of
Yeah,
vibe.
same vibe. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, everyone knows what's coming.
Over the top, let him run, tap over the keeper.
I will say though, that centre back, court case pending. He does have one. We'll push that to one side
Yeah.
because we're in Australia.
Yeah.
Pretty good footballer.
Yeah, I mean,
18, 19.
look, we'll see
looking
what
pretty
happens.
good.
We'll see what happens with the way Pep runs his system.
I was talking about the Madrid one, but thank you for coming out as a casual.
Okay.
Thank you for coming out as a casual, man. I'm talking about the guy that assisted Mbappe. Does that segue make sense now?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
Sick.
Anyways, all right. Going back to it, the other thing, City's press is dying, right? My concern with all the Rodri praise that's happening right now, I'm looking at Jude Bellingham here,
Yeah.
okay? And I feel sorry that I thought Vinny was the Ballon d'Or winner for last season. Because looking back,
That's a
and
casual right
no,
there.
I said it about a few weeks before. It's like, okay, I would change my vote. Because I had a moment of realization where I was like, Jude Bellingham did everything he goddamn could. And in a moment sport, he had more moments in a season than most men
Yeah,
have
that was
in
insane.
careers. And I'm looking at this season where he's probably an even better footballer, where he's probably sacrificing even more.
Yeah.
He could have 10 seasons like this one, even better,
Agreed.
and maybe never win the Ballon d'Or. And I think
I would
it's a
agree.
shame. It's a real shame. Going back to the first leg, we haven't even really talked about the moments in these games. That last-minute winner for that Bellingham taps in.
Yeah.
He is the one initiating play, bro.
Yes, and
30 meters out. Okay.
Dude.
Breathe. This is not about Kylian right now.
He's a workhorse.
He's an absolute workhorse, and he's the one putting in the extra effort to follow up that loose ball.
Yes.
How many times have we seen a loose ball in the box, and we've criticized our Division 4, Division 5 Blacktown Spurs wingers
Yeah.
not really
strikers
attacking the
looking at
ball?
one right now.
Look at him. Look at
Yeah.
him. Yeah, that's what I
Not
thought.
even locked in.
Not even locked in.
Yeah.
But so many times you're like, oh, a striker poaches for that ball. This is a striker. This is a midfielder. This is a deep lying playmaker. This is a one of one.
This is a footballer, like I said.
This is a one of one. This is like the man that's soon to come back for France and maybe Man United. Okay, a man you can rely on.
Yeah.
A man you can rely on. And I honestly hope he stays far away from England. I honestly hope he just rides out of Madrid, retires.
Honestly,
Maybe comes back to Birmingham if he wants to, but that's about it.
with the squad they've got right now, I'd love to see them stay together as long as they can.
Let's see. Let's see how the politics goes.
Yeah.
Because we see with City now the mental fatigue as well as the physical fatigue. Do you think that's played into it any bit? Obviously, Rodri got injured, but let's say, John, for the past 5-6 years,
Yeah.
they've played maybe 5 to 15 more games every season than most of their rivals.
Yep.
Okay. Do you think that has also taken a toll? You're looking at guys' careers
Definitely.
essentially shortened.
Quite a bit of that core of that City squad was older as well.
Mm.
I could say for this Madrid side, a lot of them is quite young. So we'll see how that plays out. And they've got quite a deep squad as well. So with rotation, we'll see what happens. But look, I reckon they'll last a bit longer than City if they can keep the band together.
I think before, the thing with the depth with Man City was, it's Bernardo Silva coming off the bench.
Yeah.
And it was 1 or 2 guys coming into this beautiful, immaculate system.
That's true.
Now you're looking at the depth actually being relied on. Kovacic,
Yeah.
week in, week out, we know that if he's going to be the guy, one of the key players for your team, you're probably not going to win a league title.
And to be fair, going off that, City really was a system. Madrid is more so the players than it is a system. As much as
That
it is.
is the system.
Yes.
That is the system.
That is true.
And so many times you've wondered what if some of these players would have been like. Imagine Kevin De Bruyne actually got to use his brain a bit more. No, I'm being serious. Imagine how cooked that would be.
What do you mean?
No, like imagine him in a more free-flowing system where he's problem solving
fair,
individually.
though,
How fun would that
I
be?
do feel like he did have that reign though in that team.
Yeah.
Just him, but he did have that reign.
But in another team, it would be even more because you're looking at De Bruyne, he'll stick to the right-hand side. Imagine him in Madrid or Barca, just free-flowing. Even at Man United under Oli, you look at Haaland, that was the perfect striker for us. You look at De Bruyne, these were the sort of players that...
Everyone's a perfect player for United, right? But it never ends well.
Anyways, this is lockdown sports, baby.
Hey, but I was going to go back to the topics we touched on with Jude, Vinny, and Mbappe. Rodrigo too, I guess. It kind of... That's a bit sad, but it kind of reminds me of the Warriors from 17 to 18 with Steph, Clay, KD. How do you think like this next run for the next 5 to 10 years is going to affect them and balance-wise, legacy-wise? What's going to happen? Like
this is so against what I want to do, and I'm so glad I do other videos with Saj where we talk about like random shit in football. But how will this affect LeBron's legacy? Let me give you a rundown.
Like you said with Drew, the way he's playing is incredible. The next 10 years, he might not even win a Ballon d'Or because he's playing in this team with these guys.
I think if you play football to win a Ballon d'Or, you're not in it for the right reasons. You're not in it for the right reasons.
But even legacy-wise...
I think they're fine. I think they're fine.
You don't think they take from each other? Or do you think they're all going to add to each other?
No, it takes a little bit from each other. You'll never get a storyline of like, I did this. It'll always be we did this.
Yeah.
And Give me a second. The chance to say I did this for all of them, Rodrigo aside, is still there. France, Brazil, England... You have the chance, the opportunity, if you're good enough.
Yeah.
And maybe Bellingham, look, new coach, he might not even start. Let's be honest, we don't know yet. You know how crazy England got. Okay. I saw Bukayo Saka playing fullback.
That was incredible.
Okay? I'm just going to put that one out there. Day. I saw Mark Guehi locking down minutes. I saw a lot of things that shouldn't have been happening.
Yeah.
I saw Eze playing wing back. There was a lot happening. I
saw Palmer on the bench.
So, let's breathe. Let's reevaluate what Tuchel does.
Yeah.
Hopefully Bellingham's part of it. If they want to win, he probably is. But let's see.
Yeah.
Go on. What were you laughing about?
So with the individual, getting the credit, being known for that. There's a fellow man who just joined the team. Do you have a feeling that he might get tired of not getting a lot of credit or full credit and leave the side in a few years' time?
The question I have to respond to your question.
Yeah.
Where do you leave Real Madrid to, bro? Where do you leave to? Mbappe, the only ones that are financially viable are maybe Man City and PSG. Or Saudi. A little bit of Saudi money never hurts. For Bellingham, I think a move to the Premier League is on the cards if he wants it.
I'm not worried about Bellingham.
And for Vinny, it's up to him. Premier League, whatever he wants.
I can see Vinny staying there for a long time. Yeah. I don't see him leaving.
Well, it's good to know that you feel that way from the other side of the world. Anyways. I think that's it for now.
All right.
Stay tuned for more weekly episodes talking about what's happening now. And whenever Jono's not in the video, we'll do something more meaningful, something deep, something insightful. Anyways.
Something deep and meaningful when I'm not here.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy. Anyways, ciao.